Hey guys, how the hell are you? This is Editor. Welcome back to the Newsroom, your source for war robots, news, and rumors. All right, guys, real quick, if you're new to this channel, hit that sub button. Also, hit the bell for notifications so you don't miss any of the stuff we got going on here. And if you like this video, guys, slap me a like. I really do appreciate it, and it helps me out. All right, guys, we have some stuff to talk about. This is some recent news that came out. It did come out yesterday, and I was going to try and get to it as soon as possible, but I got caught up at work, so yeah, it was delayed a little bit. But I did want to go over this with you guys and break it down for some of us that are having a hard time understanding it. The messages on Messenger came in right away when this came out and asking me what it's all about, how's this going to work, and so on. So I took the time to read it out a couple of times, and I'm going to read it along with you guys. And then we're going to take down each segment, and we're going to break it down and simplify it, okay? War Robots is real good about giving us news, okay? But they're not so good about giving us a breakdown on their news, which is what we really need. But hey, kudos to them. I do like the fact that here recently, with the changes that are being made, they are taking the time to notify the player base of what's going to happen, such as with the new premium. Okay, they didn't just come in and say, "Oh, by the way, guys, premium is now $15, and this is what you're going to get," and let us figure it out for ourselves. They actually took the time, made a video on it, posted it on their YouTube, and informed the pilots, which, guys, is a good thing. Good, bad, or different. It's better to hear from them and what they're doing and where they're headed, and then we can break it down from there, okay? Than for them not to say a damn thing to us and just let us figure it all out on our own. Okay, so they've gotten a little bit better about that, and that's really good news. It's good to hear. It's good to see them doing something a little bit different other than frustrating the player base. Okay, but let's talk about update 4.5 and the economy preview. Okay, and they're calling it the new pilot's journey. Now, it goes in here and it tells us about what they're doing, and things that they want to address. Okay, and later on they're going to be addressing higher level play. Well, in this particular segment, okay, they're going to be addressing the new players as the new players come in, and that's all well and good as far as what they're trying to do, or where they're trying to prep them to get ready for the game. Okay. But I can also see some bad points here, and yeah, that's what I want to go over. Okay, so over here says overall they are happy with the results of things that they've done, and they hope that you are as well. But they're going to be addressing the player balance, later updates for the higher levels. But at this point, they want to focus on the new players, the opposite side of the spectrum over here, and the new experience for new players. Okay, tweak and unlock new order. War Robots has a lot of equipment and encourages complex coordinates such as lockdown, base weapons, and yet new pilots. All this tech unlocked way too early for the much simple point of point and shoot, magnum, Sarans, trident, so on. Okay, it's about time we address it. Starting with 4.5. So in this coming update, newcomers are going to gradually move up a progress ladder. Okay, they're not going to just come in and get to level 12 and they're going to have access to anything and everything in the game. Okay, they're going to have to take it step by step and learn the ropes of the game. Okay, and in stage 1, levels 1 through 7. First pilots learn to walk, they use cover, hold targets, classic weapons such as the Molots, the Punishers, Magnums, Tyrans, stuff like this, Pinatas, pins. They learn the differences between kinetic, explosive, and energy weapons. And this was a problem for me when I first started the game, guys. I got whatever weapon they give me, and I could just assume that I was going to shoot everybody from across the map, okay? And I wasn't very aware that, pins only have a range of 300 meters, and the pins have a range of 500 meters, and the pinatas have 300. I didn't know that, so that took a little getting used to, okay? So they go over that, the energy weapons, and they come up to stage 8 through 13, advanced piloting. Here, the trusty workhorse like Orkin and Tyrans, also first support, ECU, and so shields. Between 8 and 13, they're not going to have access to these other weapons. So they want them to learn it very slowly, okay? This also takes a lot of time. But by level 12, they would have already started unlocking and getting advanced equipment. Okay, so they're not going to be able to have access to that. And then stage 3, 14, expert training. Our pilots get the basics to introduce the team focus tactics. We spice up with the lockdown, the suppression, At level 20, pilots will have access to unlock everything in the game. By this time, they figured you should know where you're at. Now, let's get back down here and let's go over this. They want the players to learn each weapon as it comes up and upgrading it. This takes a lot of time and silver to upgrade weapons. Okay, and as they're learning them, by the time they've got to learn them, by the time they're leveling them up, it's time to get away from those and move into the next stage of the game. Spending more resources, taking more time to upgrade them. Okay, and my question here is, we still have the issue, guys, and Pixonic, of tanking. Okay, as they run through these levels, are tankers going to have access to these pilots? Are these tankers going to drop down to Bronze and Silver League and really take advantage of pilots? It's bad enough where they're at, where they can get access to the new equipment and maybe have some type of fighting chats. If you got guys stuck with Moloths and Punishers, and you got guys coming in with Dragoons at MK2, how are you going to address the tanking as far as this? Now, if levels 1 through 7 can only fight against levels 1 through 7, good job. 8 through 13, are they only going to be able to fight players from 8 to 13? Good job. And so on up the ladder. So this is an issue that I think they need to address, and they need to bring up the tanking issue, that pilots that are MK2 that are tankers, or pilots that are level 12 that are tankers, cannot drop down and completely, totally rape the market with these new guys coming in. It's going to be discouraging, and we're going to be losing players as fast as we acquire them. Okay, we don't want to discourage new players from playing the game. I speak to a lot of the new pilots. They message me. They kind of freak out that I talk to them, or that I'll give them my Facebook and I want to hear from them on Messenger. Of course, I want to hear from the new guys. I want to know what the experience is at the low level, and I want to know what's going on in expert and master leagues, and I speak to a lot of you guys, and I talk to you all the time, and I want to know what's going on all levels of the game, and give advice and do what I can to help you through your journey of the game, right up to the point where players have advanced, and are now kicking my ass because they've come up through the learning experience, and they've watched videos, and the best way of learning, guys, is to watch videos, watch other players, see what they do, see how they advance. And our new players, guys, are the veterans of tomorrow. Okay, they're going to be the ones that are up and coming, and all kinds of new skill sets and new tactics. And I actually learned just as much from each and every one of you that take the time to talk to me as you do from me. I really do. So that's why I appreciate you guys so much, because you teach me twice as much as I teach you guys, and that is a huge plus. Not to mention the camaraderie and the friendships that I make over this. So let's go over this, keep going down, okay? First, pilots go through the basics of Vitas, Gepard, Rogata, which is the lower end bots. Then we introduce Griffin, Hover, Lancelot, and so on down the line. Fujin, Hellburner, Wayland. And they give down a breakdown here. And y'all can go over to the warrobots.com and take a look at it, okay? Tell me what y'all think about it. Now, as they're going through these bots, guys, they have created a new economy for acquiring these bots, okay? So instead of saving your gold and your silver to get up to higher levels and spend that hard-earned gold and that hard-earned silver on your new meta bots that are going to be coming out, pilots are going to be spending their gold and silver on upgrading the new equipment that they're acquiring. So guys, you new pilots, my highest recommendation to you is don't be spending your gold on early weapon bots, okay? And I'm going to show you all the chart here in a little while and what it's going to cost you to acquire new equipment, okay? You're going to want to avoid this as much as possible. Get what bot you can. Once you get up to the point where you have the black market, you're going to notice that you're going to win most of these bots that they're trying to sell you for gold. You're going to win them. You're going to win it in the silver chest, okay? You're going to win it in spins. And your newly acquired equipment is going to quickly become non-competitive once you get up towards the higher leagues. Okay, so you want to keep that in mind. Yes, get the Griffin and get yourself a Lancelot. If you win them in spins, but I don't recommend that you go out and drop your hard-earned gold or purchase gold if you're going to be a paid player or a pocket chase player. Don't be using that gold towards upgrading and rapidly upgrading lower end bots that are not going to service you once you move up. Okay, take what they give you. Purchase what you can for silver. Upgrade it. I would say no more than level 6. Enjoy the experience of that particular bot, and then get ready for the next round. Because once you get to level 20 and you're moving on up and you're really learning the Hellburner, the Wayland, the Mercury, the Spectres, and the new meta weapons, lockdowns, Vortex, Dragoons, and you're going to know exactly what type of setups that you're going to want to have. Okay? I would say even to the point where the dash bots, guys, other than the Strider, are becoming obsolete. Starting with the Kumio. Okay, the Bulgasari and the Heishi, yeah, they're still viable bots and they're still competitive, but they're not the little monsters that they were when they came out. Okay, and the Kumio, 1, doesn't have the weaponry on it to compete, and 2, no longer has the speed that it once had to compete. It can't compete with the Hellburner. It can't compete with the Pursuer, and definitely can't compete with the Strider as far as speed. And just having 2 medium slots doesn't cut it for the Kumio no more. So that is becoming an obsolete bot. So if you get this bot, guys, for at any point, the Kumio I'm referring to, enjoy it, but don't waste a lot of resources upgrading it. Okay? And most of the stuff that you're going to see here, the Corsac, the Patton, the Garrett, the Doc, the Rhino, the Griffin, these are all obsolete bots already in the game. They don't compare to what you have in the new meta. Now we're waiting for the Wind Blade, guys. Give me a second. We're waiting for the modules to come in. The modules may bring some of these bots back up to a competitive level somewhere. Okay, you may be able to add a weapon slot or an ability to it or a shield, which may bring some of these bots back into competitive play. But that's all speculation, okay? We don't know what the modules are going to do. Everything we've done with modules and what they've given us has changed from the right hand to the left hand and back, from left to right, back to left again. So we don't know what's going on. And until we get confirmation of what exactly the modules are going to do, all we can do is speculate. And there's no value in speculation, okay? Basically, it's just guessing. And that's where we're at. I would like to see the modules add the ability, add the weaponry, add a shield to where you could take, your Fury and give him a physical shield up front. How devastating would it be? Your Doc. Imagine a Doc that has an energy shield around it to where he has some type of protection and he can move around a little bit easier without getting locked down and literally assaulted with rockets and energy weapons while he's sitting there in a lockdown position with no defenses whatsoever. So they got to do something as far as that. They don't got to do anything. It's their game. But if they want to make these bots viable again and have champion and Master League players using them, they need to do something to address that. Okay? No, we temporarily removed the Boa and the Golem from the store. They do not fit the current meta landscape very well. So we took them back for some modernization. You have the Boa and the Golem in your hangar, guys. You will keep them. And as whatever new changes come up for them, they will automatically be applied to the ones you have in your hangar. Okay, so they're taking back the Boa and the Golem. Guys, they need to add a lot more to that list. The Vitas, the Rhino, the Patton, the Garrett, the everything just about, that's not new meta. I can't say the Hover because the Hover guys has been doing some work lately and I've been seeing pilots use it, and the pilots that are hoverbot pilots have become very effective with these bots in both FFA and gameplay. Okay, it's not like before where they go up and everybody would just tag them. Okay, these guys have learned how to use these bots and they have become very effective with them, especially with a vortex aphid combination, and they're patient. They're patient. They wait for you to get into an engagement, and while you're looking in the opposite direction, here comes, an onslaught of nuclear little rockets that just split your cranium wide open. So the hover has definitely become viable, and I'm liking it. To the point where I'm even considering at some point upgrading one. Okay, Tweak Workshop and Battlefield Rewards are introduced later, but let's go over this. In the 4.2 Workshop, we received a lot of good and cheap robots. Weapons options were expected to help the novice learn about the workshop and components. However, later we noticed that 93% of all components ordered by pilots of level 20 and higher, while everyone was below everything, just got confusing. To address this, we pushed the introduction back of the workshop. So before, where you could unlock everything at level 12, guys, now you got to wait till you get past level 20. Okay, at level 21, now you're going to have access to the Workshop 2.0 and starting to cook your new items. Okay, but before that, you can get robots. I'm sorry, you can get bots and weapons for gold and silver, and this is what I was telling you about earlier. Note, if you're level 21 already and have the workshop open, it will remain open after the update. So if you already have that workshop and you're level 12, 13, then you get to keep it. You're going to be grandfathered in. For similar reasons, we're pushing back. We are pushed further for the battle rewards by increasing honor points requirements, while the course of proportionally increasing payouts. So you're gonna have to wait a little bit longer to get the particular payouts and the crates, okay, and the honor rewards. Tokens, black markets, keys from private league chests that comes before the black market and Royale introduce our respective levels. So basically, guys, what I'm seeing here is they're going to be removing components and maybe keys from certain crates. So if you're from level 1 through 14, you can no longer expect to get new meta components. Say like the Greek bots, they're going to come out, okay? You're not going to be able to get components for those bots in the early stages of the crates, okay? Why? Because you have to go through the ropes of learning all the bots and all the weapons that they want you to learn before having access to new meta items. Okay, this I don't like. Okay, because this basically affects everybody. So not sure how they're gonna really work that. Okay, note 4.5 battery rewards will include components of Spark, Exodus, Falcon. Okay, they're telling you what they're gonna give you. So, but if you're a new player to the game and you haven't gone through the ropes, you can now start acquiring components for the new meta equipment. Okay, you're going to be stuck with where you're at until you move up. Along with the new unlocked order, we revised equipment cost, aligning unlocking them at the same level, closer to each other. Some gold and silver items: Lancelot, Fury, Tempest, Norcom, Pinatas. Pinatas are going to be for gold. No, it's gold, silver and gold. Okay. Become more expensive. Wow. Okay. Guys, Norcom, Pinatas, Lancelots at this time are not viable bots. The Fury, yes, it still is. So if you're, you don't need a Norcom or Pinata or Lancelot. And those of you that are new to the game, and those of you that are my new subscribers and you're at low level, I'm going to throw this out for you guys, okay? Before you purchase anything new, hit me up in the comment section down below. Find me on any one of my videos. Send me a comment or a message, or add me on Facebook. You can look me up under Eddie Ayala, EDDIEAYALA, okay? Add me on Facebook. Add me on Messenger. First of all, let me know that you're a subscriber for my channel so that I can add you. And just for the heads up, guys, my Facebook is for my subscribers and my subscribers only. I'm pretty quick running out of slots to add friends, but I can always add people on Messenger. So before you go out and you buy any of the new stuff, drop me a message. Hey, Islander, I'm about to get the Griffin. What do you think? Hey, guy, I wanna MK2 the Griffin because I love it so much. What do you think? Okay, that way I can give you some intelligent feedback on the game that you're probably not gonna get anywhere else. unless you got a good friend that's already up in Champion League and he's going to guide you along. Guys, before you start doing anything as far as upgrading your Vitas, your Leos, your Griffins, your Garretts, before you start getting into really upgrading them and spending a lot of resources on it, or any bot, hit me up, okay? So that I can kind of guide you along and tell you, yeah, don't do this, and yeah, absolutely do that. You know, you're gonna need some help, because if not, you're gonna make a lot of mistakes. A lot of the mistakes that I made coming through the game that I didn't have anybody to coach me on, you know, and yeah, spending a lot of resources that I could have used in another area. A lot of time, guys. Time is the issue of this game. Okay, you don't want to spend time upgrading a Garrett to MK2 when you could have been upgrading a Pursuer to MK2. And that's where you're going to need a little coaching. And I'm here for you guys. Every single one of my subscribers, whether you are, you know, a Champion League or Bronze League, you know, whether you don't know anything about the game or you know more than me, hey guys, I'm here for you. All right? And let's go over the items cost, okay? Robots, Gephards, 250 AG, Stalker, 500 AU. Okay? Galahad, 2500 AU. Carnage, 4,000 gold. I'm not going to say AU, I'm going to say gold. Raging Butch, 3,500 gold. Doc, gold. Fujin, gold. Rogatka, 2,500 gold. Butch, 5,000 gold. Inquisitor, Strider, Raven, Kumio, and Falcon, 7,500 gold. Buildable and Workshop. Okay, so keep in mind the last one, guys, are Buildable and Workshop, and that's what you're going to be wanting to go after there. Your Inquisitor, your Strider, your Falcon, your Bulwarks, Pursuer, stuff like this. Everything you see at the top of this list, Gepard, Galahad, Butch, Stalker. Butch is only viable with the trebuchets, okay? So it is a viable bot with that particular setup. But the Stalker, Rogatka, all those guys are bots that are obsolete. So if you're thinking about upgrading any single one of those past level 6, you're making a mistake. You're going to make a big mistake, and this is why I want you to hit me up. Okay, let's go over here. Gecko, Aphids, Magnums, Tridents, Orkins. Orkins are still viable. Arbalaz, Zeus, Tyrans, Hydras, Ansel, Gus, Trebuchets. Okay, these are all weapons. Of course, you get down to the Viper, the Halo, and the new meta, which will be Buildable Workshop. Anytime you see something that says Workshop, guys, is where you're going to want to be spending your time and a majority of your resources. Okay, Geckos are worthless. Zeus, Arbalast are no longer keeping up with the meta of the game. Why would anybody run a Zeus weapon when you can be running a Dragoon? Okay, so you want to focus your resources on what's going to benefit you the most. Okay, let's go here. New component costs. Now this is going to be where we definitely want to talk. Robots, Rogata, Stalker, Garrett, Jesse. Upgrade cost going to be 52% time deduction. Cost deduction. And 50% of the time to upgrade it. Of course. Why, guys? Because these bots are obsolete. They're going to reduce the time and take advantage of that up to level 6. Maybe level 5. Okay, but you will pick from there. Okay? Inquisitor, Strider, Raven, Kumio, Falcon. Upgrade cost, -21. Upgrade time, -7. Okay, some of these bots are very viable in the game. Okay? The Falcon, the Inquisitor, the Strider, I like all of them. Mender, Wayland, Bulwark, Spectre, Blitz, Heishi, Bulgasari. Upgrade times are going to be take a 9-second reduction in time. That's a plus, guys. That's a plus. So you're going to have the 9%, and if you have the premium, okay, which you're already going to be at 50, so now you have 59% deduction on that time. That's a plus. Now keep in mind, guys, as you have the premium, it also works towards your silver base. Okay, I just put my my Mercury up to level 12, which should have costed me, I believe it was going to cost me 70 million in silver. It ended up costing me 55 million. Okay, so that the premium actually saved me silver too because of the upgrade time. The Lancelot and the Fury, upgrade cost up 100%. Upgrade time up 260%. Wow. 260%. Okay. So it's going to take you more than 3 times as much time, or almost 2.5% more time to upgrade it. That's a long time. And the Lancelot, I'm not sure why they calibrated it there, because the bot is basically obsolete at this point in time. Okay, anything with a set of Orkins, a set of Tyrans can crack that shield in no time at all. Same thing with Dragoons. You get locked down. People get inside of your shield if you're running a Lancelot, and they will cake you quick. So Lancelot, unless guys, they are doing this because they got plans for these bots. There's going to be some kind of modification for these bots. And you can look at this as a form to something might change to truly improve these bots. And if you got them already, guys, don't make an Islander mistake. Don't do something stupid like Islander did and sell a majority of your content. Okay, I made a mistake. I kept some items, but I sold off a lot of them. And that was a mistake that I made trying to get ready for the Spectre era, and where I needed a lot of silver and I wanted to run Spectres because Spectres were going to be the premier bot for a long time. How quickly things change, okay? Yes, it is still a viable bot and a competitive bot, but it is no longer the monster that it once was, okay? The meta for this game changes hands like the changing of the moon, okay? Every full moon, it seems like there's something different going on. Invader, Pursuer, Mercury, upgrade cost of plus 17%. Okay, these are the premier bots of the game right now, guys. Not so much the Invader, okay, but the Pursuer and the Mercury are definitely are. Hellburners are definitely are. Okay, and weapons, Norcom, Pinatas, upgrade. Wow, double the time for a Norcom and a Pinata. You can keep your Norcoms. I don't know what anybody would want those weapons for. Okay, they're not accurate. They do very little damage, and you're gonna upgrade the time double and upgrade the cost double. Guys, keep your silver. Don't waste your time with this stuff. Tempest, upgrade cost. Okay, there's got to be something going on. There's got to be something coming up in the near future to buff these weapons for them to be requesting this type of upgrade time and cost pre-advance notice. So it's going to cost more money for more silver for the upgrade of the Tempest, less time to upgrade it. National Thunder, Magnum, Tridents, negative 50. Okay, and you can go on and take a look at the list down below, and it's going to be negative, where they're reducing the time and cost, all the way up to the Thermites, Redeemer are going to take an upgrade cost and deduction. So you can go over look over the rest of it down there, where it's negative 33, and then the Wasp, of course, could be negative 24 on the upgrade times. So this has got a lot of good in it, guys. Okay, it has a lot of good as far as some of these upgrade times and some of the upgrade costs. Now, some of the upgrade increases don't really affect us, okay, because they're on items that are not really viable in the game unless there's some kind of major buff coming that we have not seen yet. But why would you waste resources and time on a weapon that might get a buff? Now, that's not going to work. So this is the news, guys. This is the breakdown. My biggest concern for all this is for you new pilots making a lot of mistakes as you're going through it, and tanking, where a lot of the our tankers, and you'll find out what those are, guys, soon enough, are going to be going down and taking advantage of these pilots at lower levels. Okay, if this is a way to help address the tanking to where tankers won't have access to these players, and it's going to force them to play players that are in higher leagues and that have a little bit better equipment, okay, that might be a plus. If they are going to have access to these new level guys, and they're down there in silver and bronze chilling, and these guys can't even, get a meta weapon, if they didn't have a chance before, they sure as hell don't have a chance now. Guys, this is everything that's going on in War Robots, and it's going to be happening very soon. This is coming up in 4.5, along with a lot of the other changes they got coming up. I want to hear from y'all. I want your feedback. Let me know what y'all think. Okay. Keep in mind, guys, that we do have the petition going on still to try to get the VIP put into the premium. I mean, to put into the Royale, to put it into the black market. If you haven't signed up, guys, do that. It's all over Facebook now. And I'll be having links in my upcoming videos. So, yeah, I want to hear from you guys as far as this new release. Tell me what y'all think. You know, maybe I'm reading too much into it. You know, maybe I need to tone down. Maybe I'm guessing. So I want to hear from you all. Tell me what you think and how you see this. What's your perspective on it? Okay, because your perspective to me is just as important than mine is to you. All right, guys. We still have the test server going on. I got some more videos coming up for you guys on the Blaze and so on. But I did want to cover this and bring y'all breaking news on it. So that's what we had to cover. So, guys, I'll be waiting for your responses in the comment section down below or Messenger. And then until next time, this is Islander signing out.